Okay, let's revisit Mayo, Florida, and Suwannee County, Florida. Do you remember the day when the attorney said he was a winner? He actually screamed across the street at me and said he was a winner. I told him he may be a winner, but he is not going to win in federal court. Now, this is the courthouse.
It's a free country, man. Some people don't believe it.
Supposed to be a free country, but you know.
Yeah, it's a friendly town, ain't it, Pat? You ought to move here, Lafayette County, Florida. Get the hell out of here. I know who you are. Here comes the lawyer.
Now, this is old Siegmeister's buddy.
There's the lawyer that's under criminal investigation with the district attorney.
Now, do you see that guy in the blue suit? Well, he's the one that said he was the winner. And he's also the one who paid the attorney, Siegmeister, the state attorney, $70,000. But hey, he's a winner. Well, he was found guilty in court, but let's go on.
Attorney of Lafayette County, the guy in the blue suit, that's lawyer Osteen. He's under a criminal investigation. Hey, thank you for shooting me the bird. I appreciate it. It's a free country. You're allowed to shoot the bird. There's Osteen. He's under investigation with our district attorney. Federal investigation, bribery, attempted murder charges, dropped, $70,000 bond. What about that bull for $10,000 that y'all bought and resold for what, $9,500 or $6,000? That's what it looks like, a lawyer under investigation with the federal government of Florida. A winning lawyer. You ain't gonna win when you get you up in federal court with the district attorney, are you? You gonna win there too? You've been winning. That's good. You want them crooked lawyers winning, making deals with crooked district attorneys. Live Oak district attorney in federal prison right now, and you under investigation with him, buddy. That's what a lawyer look like right there.
I tried telling.
Ain't America great? It's a free country. A relatives fought and died for this country. So the man in the striped shirt right there shot.
There they are, some of Mayo, Florida's finest, y'all. And the attorney that was found guilty for bribery and a bunch
of bird. He said he a winning lawyer.
He a winner. He a winner. Okay, well, let's pause this for a second and we'll go forward for a minute. So now we'll switch over to Siegmeister. Now that winning attorney in the blue suit paid this guy here like $70K and bought a bull, the way I understand it, as the court proceedings went on. Don't forget the bull, 10 grand. Poor guy. Got bought for 10 grand, sold for 9 the next day. Nobody wants him. And as he sits in federal prison, waiting for his buddies to let him out, you know, the good old boy syndrome of North Florida, all the judges and district attorneys and prosecutors and lawyers, one big happy family up here in North Florida. If you got money, that is. So now, Jacksonville, Florida. Prosecutor Jeffrey Siegmeister, I call him Steig, but it's Siegmeister, criminally charged. Well, you know he's going to get a good brother-in-law deal. I mean, he's in North Florida. What do you expect up here? Everybody in Florida knows North Florida gets away with whatever they want to get away with. And there ain't nothing, no federal government or anybody's ever going to do anything to tell these North Florida judges and prosecutors what they got to do. That's just the way it works. Now, this guy was facing a maximum sentence of 20 years in federal prison. They got him for conspiring to commit extortion, wire fraud, 5 years in federal prison for conspiracy to use the facility of commerce for bribery. That means when you're a government agent and you're using this office to rob, rape, and pillage society in the same way that this guy and the attorneys around Suwannee County, Mayo, Lafayette, Dixie, Taylor, all these little counties, you know. But either way, he agreed to give up $500,000 back and 7,000 some odd shares of Coca-Cola stocks that weren't even his. He got them from a homeless guy that he was taking care of. Somehow he got that guy's name to be signed over and let his mother be, or he was like the guy who controlled this homeless guy's affairs and estates. He controlled them all right. He put the guy's life savings, his stocks, in Siegmeister's mother's name, so when the old LT guy died, the mama got the money, which she conveniently gave to the son, you know, old Siegmeister. So now he's facing 28 years in prison for all these crimes. What does he get, I bet? I bet he don't get hardly anything. Let's read. Now, Marion Michael Osteen, the one I showed you in the video just previous that was saying that he was a winner, he's the one who allegedly, well, no, he's guilty. He was found guilty. Ain't no allege about this now. He's found guilty of bribing Siegmeister $70,000 cash and buying the bull. Yeah, he took a load of bull, all right, but now he's going to federal prison. But we know the attorneys and the state attorneys and the judges are all going to cover each other, because I bet you Siegmeister got something on the judge. He could say, hey, Judge, if you don't give me a good deal, I'm going to throw you under the bus too. That's how it works in the good old boy system of North Florida. And the federal government and the state of Florida, the FDLE, none of them give a shit. They're all related to the same group around here, in my opinion, and I can probably prove it if you want me to. Now, this Siegmeister, he was in charge of Columbia County, Dixie, Hamilton, Lafayette, Madison, Suwannee, and Taylor counties. A whole bunch of crooked places, as y'all know. I've been filming and showing y'all how they act around here. But either way, this is the kind of place up in North Florida where the head cheeses can get away with anything they want. I mean, $500,000 he has to give back when he took $1 million worth of stocks. What a deal! His wife gets to keep the $350,000 house Siegmeister bought before she disappeared to Puerto Rico, abandoned the house. He hauled ass to Arizona. The feds had to run out there and get him. He was hiding out in an RV belonging to his brother, the way I understand. And they brought his ass back and stuck him in federal prison over in Jacksonville, where he's been sitting for 20 months, waiting to go to court. He pled guilty, and now he's just got his sentencing. Now remember, he's facing 28 years for all the crimes that Siegmeister has committed. We're still waiting on the Osteen lawyer to get his sentencing, which should be coming up soon. And the way I understand it, the Siegmeister guy may have written his own plea bargain. Of course he did. Either way, the plea agreement states that on April 16, 2018, Siegmeister sent 4 photographs of bulls he was selling after the sentencing of one of Osteen's clients. So they made the deal, the sentencing went through, and now he's got to buy the bull, indicating that Siegmeister expected Osteen to purchase a bull from him in exchange for a favorable treatment that he had got from one of his tribe. You know, you pat him on the back, he pats you, you buy a little bull from him, he sells you a little bull from there, you know what I mean? The bull washing the bull in North Florida. And once you've paid $70,000 to Siegmeister Osteen, what happened? You gave him the 70 grand. Oh, wait a minute. You only had like 60? Is that how the $10,000 bull came into view? There's a whole lot of stories, and they contradict each other a lot. So you got to kind of read between the lines. But Siegmeister told him, I can make everything go away. Your brothers and the other 2 Noli pros. You see what I mean? They just... $75,000 is all I need to make everything go away here in North Florida. Hey, Osteen, you told me you was a winner, didn't you? You've been found guilty, boy. But guess what? Don't worry. Hell, Siegmeister will probably put some money on your books because he gonna be out before you probably go in, Osteen. If you even get anything more than probation, Osteen, which we know how it works in North Florida. We've been watching y'all for a long time. Some slippery, greasy damn politicians up here in North Florida. Good Lord almighty, you ain't seen nothing till you went down there to the church. Now, old Siegmeister, the good old state attorney. Now, when he ran for his office years ago, this is a whole nother story. He ran on giving people's records up. You know, we was allowed to file for records and get them. But as soon as he got in office, he stopped all that. He said, hell no, we ain't giving records. I was just saying that to get elected the way it looks to me. But anyhow, that's a whole nother story. I think I did that story as well a long time ago. But then again, okay, Siegmeister also admitted to committing wire fraud by defrauding to probate court, see, an estate of the man identified as LT. See, he got control of this old guy. He knew the guy had stocks, probably $1 million worth of Coca-Cola stocks. The guy is obviously not in his right mind. He was very old, the way I understand, and he's now died. So as soon as he died, that money went straight into Siegmeister's hands. You know how that works. The case was investigated by the FBI and the Internal Revenue Service. And they just hired a bunch of people, so they need to come down here in North Florida and send some more IRS guys down here, do some serious investigating into the government officials of the Third Right of Florida. Tried to say that as soon as he was caught, he immediately, dimed himself out. No, he didn't. He hauled ass to Arizona, man. Y'all had to go get him. There's such a bunch of crock of news in the lying lamestream media. You just can't never read and believe anything in the newspaper that you ever see in this day and age. I mean, they've even talked about it in the court in front of the judge. They discussed how he would take bribes as the state attorney. He was known to look the other way and not prosecute people who financially supported his political career. Everybody knew it in the whole town, and they still know what's going on. Look what happened in Mayo, Florida. A man spray painted a man on camera in his face. Bill Henderson spray painted an ordained minister in his face on the street in Mayo, Florida, Lafayette County, Florida. And the jury found the man not guilty because he was their friend. I guess DC accuracy didn't contribute to their political career. So I guess if you got in trouble and you had money and you could donate to his political career, he would say, hey, you want to buy a bowl? Wink, wink, hint, hint. Or was it, you're going to buy a bowl? Which one do you want? And I'll go ahead and sentence you now, and you can buy the bull tomorrow. How's that? That's the way it works in North Florida. There's a lot of bull around here. And this state attorney was well known to increase people's sentences just because he could. That's how mean this guy was. This guy, to me, was he's one of the worst people to walk the face of the earth. When you're in control of taking someone's life away, putting him in jail, I think all of his cases need to be rechecked, because this is one of the most crooked things you've ever seen right here in Lafayette County, Florida, North Florida, Suwannee County, Dixie, Taylor County. This is some of the most crooked government agents you'll ever come across. So even after he increased people's sentences needlessly, them cases need to all be gone over. I mean, we need a special prosecutor to come in and check every single case that man has done, because he's in there asking for leniency. Talking about his life as a nuclear wasteland. You did that, you thieving piece of trash. You government agent. You're nothing but another criminal politician government agent. And the rest of you in this whole area knew about it back then. You know about what's going on now. And you'll cover each other to the end of time, because every one of them have dirt on each other. I can pretty much guarantee that. And don't forget, Lafayette County, Florida Sheriff said the reason there's so many missing people around here because we got a lot of hogs. Didn't you, Lafayette County Sheriff? We got that on the clip too. Even the newspaper looks to me like they're trying to cover it up. It's not even the top story. Their top story is the schools receiving state bonuses. And then in a little small on the side, they say Siegmeister ordered to pay $500,000 in restitution. Is that all he got? Tell me it isn't so. There's no way he could only be paying back $500,000 after he stole $1 million, $70,000 bribe, $10,000 for the bull, $20,000 off the price of a tractor for dropping 2 DUI charges. And what? He ain't even the main story on the newspaper. Their main story is a state is receiving bonuses. Now remember, he pled guilty, bribery, extortion, part of a conspiracy with defense attorneys. Oh, you know, that boy, the one who's the winner. As well as wire fraud and filing false returns. How much time do you think he would have gotten for all this? We know the newspaper article said a $500,000 return. That's only less than half of what he stole. But remember, it's North Florida. You know, this is what it looks like in North Florida. Kangaroo courthouse. Spray paint okay, I guess. Well, I'm getting tired. Let's just end it. 40 months in prison. 20 he's already served. And he's got to give less than half of the money back that he took advantage. More than $90,000 to the IRS for tax evasion. This guy got a slap on the wrist. He'll be out in no time. And he'll be hanging out with the good old boys. And I bet you he got some mason jars buried somewhere. So you go from this scamming, non-tax paying, bribe accepting, government slug to pleading guilty, looking like this. When they picked you up in Arizona out there hiding in that RV, you was looking like this, Siegmeister. But don't worry, you'll be out in no time. Dude, was threatened with more time for growing a plant in this same county, dude. And your punk ass was in office back then, boy. You are a criminal. You are the reason why our system can't work. You're the reason why America is fucking being destroyed from inside by crooked ass politicians like good old Jeff. These people are dredges of society, and they're controlling you, me, and our entire lives. And they're stealing money and robbing and pillaging and raping our system every single day. All for the fucking price of a bull. These are our government officials, y'all. This is what they do, and they get away with it. Facing 28 years. The man gets 44 months. And he's already done 20 waiting just to go to court. If this was you, you'd have got 20 fucking years. Eric Brandt got 12 years for words. This government agent steals millions of dollars. And he gets 44 months. In a federal prison, Camp Cupcake, Club Fed. That's the way it works in this day and age, with the crooked government of the United States of America allowing this to happen. The crooked judges that will only give a man like this, who was in control of stealing people's entire lives, throwing us in cages. He's going to do less time than a shoplifter in some cases. And you wonder why I say what I say. And I'll say it again every day, loud and proud. Happy Fuck the Cops Day. Fuck the police, the crooked judges, prosecutors, and attorneys. Fuck them all and feed them hog brain. For Eric Brandt, Otto the Watchdog, and blind justice. Don't never forget, a government that will stick a blind veteran in jail in North Carolina for not seeing a no trespassing sign is a government that we can all live without. Again, happy Fuck the Cops Day. And fuck you, Jeff, you slimy bastard. You got away with it. You're a piece of shit, and you'll never be anything more than that. In my opinion, and the opinion of a whole lot of people. Go read some of the comments about you You're the fucking sludge of society. You should never be able to walk the street as a free man again, Jeff. But you'll get out of it because your judge buddies just covered your ass. That's the way it works in this day and age. Fuck you, Jeff. Fuck you, you piece of shit federal judges. Fuck the system. I'm back quiet.